Alright, streaming is good. Good afternoon, everyone. Today we're gonna have a lab on the lighting. We have gone through some basics yesterday. So possibility to program the shaders in OpenGL gives us full control of the lighting processes. We don't have the limit on the number of light sources to have, and we can organize our lighting systems as we want in the OpenGL. So in this case, we will start playing with the simple Phong model from yesterday. So does anyone remember what does the Phong model imply? So what are the components that are considered there? There were 4 of them. So anything from the last lecture? So what was the Phong model? We had like several components that we add together to get the final result. It was okay. The first one.
I don't remember their names, but I remember like the images and like adding.
Yeah, the first. Yeah.
Ambient, diffuse, and spectrum.
Yeah, and yeah, in this case, yes, and there might be also emission part as well, but in this case, we are not doing anything with the emission. All right, you are right. Shall go through? Yeah, in this case, we work with 3 key components like ambient light that is constant, diffuse, and specular lighting. So ambient is present in any area. It doesn't come from any particular direction, and it's kind of constant. While diffuse is reflected from the surface equally in all directions, and specular lighting is reflection in one particular direction, like beam of the lights. If it's like one-to-one reflection, we have a mirror. If it's some sort of angle in one direction, we have a specular reflection, and larger this angle is more spread, and less sharp the specular reflection is on the object. And we had surface normals. So who remembers what are they and what are they used for? So we have the definition of those. So what is a normal, first of all, and why do we need here? Yeah?
It's like a direction, so the normal of this surface, for example, would be straight up, and you can usually check the angle of incidence with the lighting to like dim it or make it brighter depending on the angle.
Yeah, that's true, and also for the camera, whether it's whether the surface is facing towards or backwards from the camera. Yeah, that's right. We have the normals to control the angle between the surface, between the normal that is perpendicular to the surface and the illumination angle, and also normals are used to find out for like back face culling whether the surface point is facing towards the observer or not. Yeah, in this case we have more like a freestyle lab today, so there is no, even though there is solution provided, there is no one correct answer. So first we are rendering a cube, and we are using triangles as primitives. So we need to use 12 triangles, as you remember, hopefully from previous lectures. And you will get a rotating cube. I think it's better to show how it works. So if I, oh yeah, it's this screen. Yeah, it's something like this. You get this rotating cube, and your task is simple. You have to just play with the shaders, with normals, and try how, for example, change in ambient light impacts the result. You can try to move the illumination like to move the light source. You can try to add specular reflections to the cube. So feel free to play with the normals, like particularly cosine function, because the angle between the illumination and the normal is usually given as a cosine. And also, yeah, try to play with the shader and see how you can impact this scene with changing reflection properties and with illumination. I think mostly illumination and adding specularities, yeah. So, oh yeah, one more point. And there was a feedback from you that you needed some kind of code samples that could do the work for you, just to have an example. So if you check out this book, 7th chapter about lightings, you have some interesting parts of the code that you can use for your shaders to see, like to manipulate and play with different lighting effects. So yeah, any questions about this lab? That the code is on the repo as always. So if you don't have any questions, I will stop streaming.